India's cheapest 5G phone, best performer under 21,000. That is the Motorola's latest Moto G 5G. So let's have a quick unboxing and review of the device. Now, we are going to start with the unboxing of the device. As soon as we open the box, we find the device with a sticker on it. When we take out the phone, we can see that it comes with a pre-applied case. So let's remove the case. The quality of the case is quite decent for protection. So let's remove the sticker and keep the phone aside. So below the phone we got a box consisting of some paperwork, that is the warranty card and other information, and a SIM ejector tool. Below that we have a charging cable, that is type A to type C, and a 20-watt fast charger, which is quite decent for the price. Okay, the phone catches a lot of dust as you can see. So let's boot the device. When we look at the phone, it has a decent build quality. Now we have seen the unboxing, so let's move ahead with the review of the phone. So let's start with the specifications. The main highlight of this phone is of course not 5G. 5G, this term is simply used for branding of the device, and in India we cannot expect 5G for a long period of time. So what is the main highlight of the device? Okay, so the main highlight of the device is the Snapdragon 750G. So Snapdragon 750G for 21,000. Well, if we compare it with the OnePlus Nord, here is the Geekbench results. On the left side we have the OnePlus Nord, and on the right we have the Moto G 5G. The fun fact here is that OnePlus Nord has a Snapdragon 765G processor, which is superior processor to the 750G, but the 750G is having better performance in the CPU segment for a lesser price. But the story is not same in the GPU side. The OnePlus Nord has an Adreno 620, whereas the Moto G 5G has a score of Adreno 619. So the GPU is better in the OnePlus Nord. But what is the reason that the CPU is lagging in OnePlus Nord? The 750G is a new CPU. The CPU cores used in the 750G is the Cairo 570, whereas in Nord, that is having the 765G, they have used quite old cores. But in the day-to-day experience, we won't find this difference. But the point here is that we don't have phones with Snapdragon 765G processor at a lower price range. So for the price of 21,000, the 750G is giving us an almost equal performance. All these days, the only competitor for the 765G was the 730G, 732G or the 720G. So finally we have a new competitor. But leaving all these things apart, this is just like all other Motorola phones. That is, they are mostly useless. I'm sorry Moto fans, but this is the harsh truth. Either the phone is useless or they have one highlight feature and the rest of the phone is just a junk. For example, if they give a superb camera, then other things like the display and processor will be useless. Or if they give a super processor such as this phone, the other features will be useless. Before some time, Moto had launched their Moto G Fusion with the Snapdragon 730G, but the cameras and the display were not up to the mark. So basically, even this phone has nothing other than performance here. Now, we have finished about the internals, so now let's move ahead with the display. So it has a 6.7-inch Full HD Plus but with IPS LCD panel. So this display is huge. So basically they reached a price segment of 21,000, but we don't have an AMOLED screen here. Many people do the same by giving AMOLED screen with 60Hz display. Here, since they have given LCD panel, at least they could have given a higher refresh rate, that is around 90Hz at least. But this phone has a 60Hz display only. Now let's move ahead with the cameras. It comes with a 48MP primary, an 8MP ultra wide and a 2MP macro camera. They haven't specified that the 48MP sensor in this mobile is Samsung or Sony, but mostly to assume it is a Samsung sensor or maybe some other Chinese sensor. I don't know. So let's move ahead with the battery and charging segment. So the phone comes with a 5000 mAh battery and a 20-watt charging. The 20-watt is quite fast charger, but only if the battery capacity is low. But for a 5000 mAh battery, it is quite slow. So This is the case with the Motorola. When other chargers were giving 30-watt charger, these guys are providing us with a 20-watt charger. Same was the case when other brands were providing 20-watt charger, they were providing us an 18-watt charger. So basically they have always been one generation slower every time. Now we have seen the battery, display and charging. So what is the overall review of this device and who should buy this device? So people who just want performance and don't bother about any other feature, they can surely go ahead with this device. But for the same price, let's compare other devices. First, the Realme 7 Pro. We get a huge upgrade over the cameras, and then we have a superb AMOLED display, and then we have a super fast 65-watt fast charging. But the processor is 720G. So only a little CPU and GPU degradation is happening, but other than that we are losing nothing over here. Let's take the Poco X3. We get a huge upgrade over the battery, that is, it comes with a 6000 mAh battery, a 33-watt fast charging and a 120Hz refresh rate but an LCD display. But that is not the thing to bother about. Only thing we are gonna miss is the 750G. So instead of 750G, we are getting a 732G. So basically, its counterparts are better if we say when we compare the overall device. Even performance wise, it is not that great as what we are going to do with CPU performance that we don't even notice in our daily basis. So that's all with this video guys. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for the latest technology tips, unboxing and review, and we will see you in the next one.